Good morning, children. Saira, welcome back to our science class. So, what we did in the last science video, we did lesson number 12. Yes, the Earth and the solar system. Part 1 and part 2 we have completed. And so today we are going to continue with our lesson number 12. We are going to continue with our lesson number 12, the Earth and the solar system, part 3. So today we are going to learn part 3. Okay. So we learned about the 9 planets, right? Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, which are close to the Sun. So they are called as inner planets and they are made up of rocks. So can you recollect the names of the planets? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And it is given in your textbook also, the pictures. And we learnt about the inner planets and the outer planets. So which are the inner planets? Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. They are closer to the Sun, so they are called as inner planets. They are called as inner planets. And the remaining planet, and they have the asteroid belts after that, and thereafter the other planets, they are called as outer planets. And in the last video we also learned about the inner planets. Let's do a quick revision of that and we'll continue our chapter. Okay, so we learned about the Sun. So the Sun is a star. The Sun is a star. So what is called Sun? The Sun is a star and it is closer to us than any other star. Like all stars, the Sun is a massive ball, means very big ball like of burning gas. It's very hot, right? By constant explosions. Without it, our planet would be lifeless. So without the Sun, our planet, the Earth, will be lifeless. Okay, so the Sun is white. The Sun is white. Its color is best seen when reflected in water. The Sun is white in color. Its color is best seen when reflected in water. So never look directly at the Sun. Okay. So some facts about the Sun. The solar wind. The Sun sends a rays, hot rays, right? The Sun sends out a stream of invisible. The Sun sends out a stream of invisible particles. called the solar wind. When these pass Earth's north and south poles, they can create stunning colors. When the sun rises or when the sun sets, we see different colors, right? So due to this heat, because the sun sends the stream of invisible particles and other solar winds, that is why we see different colors in the clouds when the sun is setting or when the sun is rising. Those are stunning colors. The sun was born just under 5 billion years ago. The sun was born just under 5 billion years ago. Although it burns 4 million tons of fuel each second, it is so big that it will continue to burn for another 5 billion years. So all these points I have already explained. And the next one we learnt is Mercury. So Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. It is the nearest planet to the sun and far smaller than Earth. And Mercury has blistering hot days and freezing nights. During the daytime, Mercury is very hot. Why? Because it is closer to the sun. And during the night time, it's very cold. Because Mercury has no atmosphere to trap the sun's heat. It cannot keep the sun's heat. That is why it becomes so cold. Okay, and it has no moons. The Mercury has no moons. There is very little air around the Mercury. So see here in between. So this is the sun and the very nearest planet. Can you see the planet, very nearest planet? It is the Mercury. Okay. So it is, since it is very closer, so during the daytime it is very hot and during the night time it does not have the power to trap the sun's heat. That is why it becomes freezing cold. So Mercury, it takes 88 days for Mercury to orbit the sun. It takes 88 days for Mercury to orbit. Orbit means to go around the sun. In the last video, I showed you how the planets move around the sun, how they orbit around the sun. Okay, so it takes 88 days to orbit around the sun. So it has the shortest year of all the planets in the solar system. And next we'll also learn about the Venus. Venus is the hottest planet. It is the planet closest to the Earth. It shines the brightest among all planets. It can be seen in the morning and evening. So it is called as morning or the evening star. And Venus also does not have any moons. Venus also does not have any moons. So suppose this is the planet. So around the planets we have many moons going around, revolving around. But this Mercury and the Venus does not have any moons. Okay. So this is the, can you see the picture of the Venus, the second planet? Okay, so from Earth, Venus is easiest to see when it appears to be farthest in the sky from the sun. So where is it? Venus. Venus is the brightest planet. Venus is the brightest planet and it can be seen in the early morning or in the evening, as I told. So that is why it is called as the morning star or the evening star. That is why it is known as the morning star or the evening star. So this is the Venus. So if you visit the Venus, or if any astronauts visit the Venus, you wouldn't want to visit Venus. So if anybody, if any scientist, if any astronaut visit Venus, what will happen? You will be crushed in an instant. So in a moment, that astronaut will be crushed, and his remains means his body will be fried into crispy. It becomes crispy, the body becomes crispy, and it is due to the acid clouds. This Venus planet, it has got acid clouds, and it has an incredibly dense atmosphere, thick atmosphere. That is why the astronauts don't visit there. So here, so if any astronaut visits, they will be crushed and they will be fried into crispy because of the acid clouds and because of the dense atmosphere. Okay, because the cloud layer is too thick to let the sunlight inside. So these are our inner planets. We have finished learning Mercury, Venus. Now let's learn about this Earth. So Earth is the third planet from the Sun. Earth is the third planet from the Sun. It takes Earth 365.25 days to orbit the Sun. So here is the Sun. So the first one is Mercury. It is number 1, and this is number 2, and this third line. Can you see this third line? This is third Sun. That is the Earth. So Earth is the third planet from the Sun. So how many days it takes to go round, to orbit the Sun? 365.25 days to orbit the Sun. So this is how our Earth looks. This is how our Earth looks. So our Earth is the only planet that is known to have life. That is known to have life. It is neither too hot nor too cold. And it has water. And it is surrounded by air containing oxygen. And it has one moon. Our Earth has got one moon. Now let us learn in detail. So here and our Earth is continuously, it is spinning. Our Earth is continuously spinning. Okay, and it is a third rock from the Sun. As I told you, this is the third planet. So where do we live? Earth, on Earth. So our Earth is our home planet. So Earth is only one in the solar system that supports the life as we know it, because we are living on Earth. And the right temperature of the Earth, because it is neither too close to the Sun nor too far from it. And only the animals, plants, and whatever the living things we can see is on Earth only. So Earth is the only planet in our solar system with life, with an atmosphere that animals and plants can breathe. If we go to some other planet, can we live? No, it is not possible at all. And our earth is a warm blanket for us. How it is? How do you say it is warm blanket? Because our earth has got oceans also. Our earth atmosphere and the oceans, that snow, glaciers, all that, they play a crucial role, important role in keeping its temperature stable. So how do we feel on earth? Is the temperature is right? Yes, we can tolerate the temperature. So it is stable. They absorb the sun's heat and move it around the planet. This helps keep the temperature suitable for life. And as I told, our earth has one natural satellite, that is called moon. We have the moon. So earth has one natural satellite, that is moon. So it is the biggest. Can you see the moon here? Yes. So it is the brightest object in the night sky. So when can you see the moon? In the night sky. It is the brightest object. Though it doesn't produce its own light, moon does not have its own light. It just reflects the light. It is a bleak place with no water, no plants, no air and no life. So moon also does not have any water, any plants, no air and no life. They are just spinning around and around. And it takes 27 days for the moon to travel around or orbit the earth. So here our earth is there. So we have only one natural satellite, that is moon. That is moon. So the moon goes around. So it takes 27 days to complete one orbit. So as it travels, it spins also slowly, and it actually spins just once each orbit of the earth. So when the earth is rotating, the moon also rotates around it. It spins around the earth and it takes 27 days. And our so only one side of the moon is ever seen from the earth. Only one side of the earth is moon is ever seen from the earth. And next one, what is we are going to learn is the red planet, that is Mars. Now let us learn about the Mars. So where is this Mars? So first one is Mercury, Venus, Earth, and the fourth one is Mars. Fourth one is Mars. So can you see here the Mars? So 1, 2, 3, and this is Mars. So 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one is Mars. And the Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun. And it has an atmosphere, seasons, huge mountains and icy poles. So it has got atmosphere, seasons, huge mountains and icy poles. So this Mars is also known as the red planet. So what is the red planet? Mars is known as the red planet. It appears red because of the red dust that covers it, and it has got 2 moons. So this is the Mars and it has got 2 moons which spins around the planet Mars. So our nearest neighbor Mars was named by the Romans after their god of war because it's red color. Red color is dangerous, right? So it is their god of war and reminded them of blood. See, this is the Mars. It is red in color. It is red in color. So Mars is half size of Earth. So can you see the Earth? And it is half size. Mars is only half size. So Earth is double than Mars. So Mars is half size of Earth and conditions are very different to those of our planet. So Mars also has got an atmosphere, as I told, seasons, but nothing grows there because its red desert-like surface is covered with dust and rocks. That is why no plants it can grow there in the Mars. So it has got two moons. Mars has got two moons. So Mercury and Venus, no moons. Earth has got one moon and this Mars has got two moons. They are so tiny that astronomers think they were asteroids pulled into the orbit around the Mars by its gravity. Okay, and look at this red planet. See how red it is. It is covered with dust. Okay, so the temperature is low for liquid water to exit, and the Mars has no rivers, seas and oceans. However, there was water once. We know this because of the existence of the dried up water channels. Now we have completed about the interesting facts we learned about the inner planets today. So we learnt about the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Okay, so these are called as inner planets. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, they are called as inner planets, and after that they have the asteroid belts. Now in the next chapter we will learn what are called asteroid belts and about the outer planets in the next class. Okay, so I'll just give the definition for outer planets. The planets outside the asteroid belts are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So they are called as outer planets, and Pluto used to be the most distant planet, but it failed the new planet. Okay, it failed the new planet. So we will learn about the Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, which are called the outer planets, in the next session. So children, till then read the lesson, and we'll be continuing this lesson in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.